Good day, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today I've got just a generic lager glass out. We'll be drinking a Polish beer. Now, I don't have Paul here to slap me in the head when I say it wrong, but knowing how his last name is pronounced, I'm guessing that this is Lezajsk. I don't know. It's by the brewer Lezajsk, so it's the namesake of the brewery. Product of Poland, as I've already said, 5.5% alcohol. I actually like Polish beer quite a bit. This has won a gold medal at the World Beer Championships. It doesn't say which year. It doesn't say anything other than gold medal at World Beer Championship. So I don't even know which World Beer Championships it was, because there are a few World Beer Championships out there. It's been sitting in my fridge for about a year, but its best before date is the 22nd of July 2011, so we still have a while to go before we get to that. And before we drink it, I have a scenario to ask you guys. I know it's probably not the best beer to ask this scenario on, because I want as many responses as I can get. My question is, my scenario is, you're at work. You have a 90% chance to get fired if you abandon your post. And you've really got a shit. Now, do you abandon your post and chance getting fired, or do you shit your pants at work and forever be known as Shitty Pants? I've asked a scenario at work. We're about 60-40 here. Come on. Give me those last drops. Like a crack whore giving her last drop of crack. Well, her last line of crack. Give me every bit of that rock. Give me every bit. Last one. Alright. So, it had 2 fingers ahead when I poured it. It's pretty much gone already. So the head's fading fairly fast. We still have a finger. Not much carbonation in there. Sorry about that. It's, brassy gold color. Can't really complain about the color. It's what you'd expect. The scent's pretty much what you'd expect too. I mean, it's almost macro scented. I mean, I don't know if this brewery is a macro brewery in Poland. I'm not big on doing too much market research on anything, because I like going into these reviews blind. I don't like knowing all that much unless it's something really interesting to me, or I've had it before and I know more about it. We don't sell this at work, so I haven't had to learn about it. We don't deal with their distributors, so I haven't had to learn about it. It's just a Polish beer. I've had it a few times. Its label is on my label wall over in the bar. So, I mean, I'd almost think that this is a Polish macro lager. If anyone from Poland watches this, tell me if it's a macro lager there, because I think it is just by the smell. I mean, it's that average smell. It doesn't have the Euro lager smell, but it has the average macro lager smell. The, dirty hop with malt and corn smell. Through the bottle, you get a little bit more malt than you do through the glass. Through the glass, you get the corn, you get the malt, and you get the hops. And as I said, I say dirty, and I don't really know how to explain to you the dirty smell. More like a soaking pot of hops instead of the floral or the bitter. Just there, not cleaned yet, just pulled out of the ground, not processed. Let's say that. Let's say it was thrown in the wort and started to be boiled without being processed. That's what it smells like. What's it taste like, though? That's interesting. That's very interesting. And this is a really good beer. Very soft, very smooth, very easy drinking. You can see I've taken some nice gulps already, and I could keep going. Very malty, and I'm surprised because the malt isn't prominent on the nose. The malt sits all the way through, and that surprises me too. On the finish, you even get the malt. The malt's mixed with the hops at the finish. You get like this sweet, malty hoppiness at the end. It's a floral hops mixed with this sweet malt. So it kind of turns out to be this weird sweet and sour taste in the end. It's sweet all the way back to the very back of your tongue. Once it hits that very back of your tongue, that's where the hoppiness starts. And it takes... Once you swallow it, it's still sweet for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then the bitterness starts to emanate up from the bottom of your throat up to the top. It ends up finishing right at about the molars. The molars are where your tongue kind of goes from having nothing to bitter. So from your molars back, you can taste the bitterness. From your molars forward, after you've swallowed the beer, you get nothing. It's like a dry finish on that part of your tongue. I really like this beer. As I said, I've drank it a few times. Mostly I've only drank it when I was doing my Bugsy's beer cards. I haven't gone back to Bugsy's since they didn't give me my second shirt or my second cup. And that's too bad because I really loved going to Bugsy's. And there's nothing to say, really. I mean, it's a good beer. It's worth drinking. It's not a great beer. It's not worth going out purposely to find. But if you're like me and you want to try everything, go out and find it because it's worth a try. I'd give it... Oh, this is where it gets hard for this beer. Because again, it's not something special. And I'm looking at how I've graded beers before. And I don't want to give it too low a mark because of the grades I've given other beers. But I don't want to put it in the same category as some of the beers that I've graded harder than I probably should have. Excuse me. For me, I'd give it, let's say a 6.5 out of 10. I don't want to give it that, but that's probably where it deserves to sit. It's not great. It's not bad. So 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching the Albino Rhino beer review. And remember, would you abandon your post at work and possibly be fired, or shit your pants and be known as Shitty Pants? Thank you for watching. Bye.